second European Tour title, but his opponent Gerwyn Price on course for a first ever final on the European Tour as well. Plenty at stake. Peter Wright knows if he does win this semi-final, his nemesis, his biggest pain in the neck, Michael van Gerwen, awaits in the final itself after Van Gerwen absolutely blitzed Jelle Klaassen in 10 minutes 35 seconds in the first semi-final with an average of just over 104.5. Peter Wright, with his thousands of supporters here, but what an occasion, what an opportunity for Gerwyn Price once again, Dan Dawson.
Well, Gerwyn Price, a man who impressed thoroughly in a 6-2 win over Mensur Suljovic. He has just knocked out the number 3 seed. He has to knock out the number 2 seed, and his reward, if he does beat him, is a date with the number 1 seed. If Gerwyn Price goes on and claims his first Euro Tour title, he'll have done it the hard way, and he'll have earned his spot in the top 16 in the world, which, along with £25,000, is what's at stake for Gerwyn Price here.
And I'm pretty sure that's not been done before.
Peter to throw first. Game on!
i.e. somebody winning against or beating the number 3, number 2 and number 1. I would have to double check.
Well,
on the European Tour.
Yeah,
certainly.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. A lot of darts to be played before we can start thinking about that. Let's get this semi-final off and running first of all. Peter Wright throwing first and registering just 60 with his opening salvo.
Well, of course, this is a repeat of the UK Open final, a significant moment in Peter Wright's life, let alone career, claiming his
83.
first major title. But these guys have met 6 times in the past, and there have been some massively significant games within that. Because not only did Gerwyn Price face Peter Wright on his debut at the World Championship, he was beaten 3-0. His best run in a PDC major tournament prior to the UK Open was that quarter-final run at the match play. That was ended by Peter Wright. He won his first PDC title, Gerwyn Price. His sole win against Peter Wright came in the final in Barnsley in May last year. Missing out on the maximum, but he's left himself a big finish, Gerwyn Price, and he's making a habit of taking out big finishes.
Certainly has, but as you say, there's been plenty at stake when they have met in the past.
60.
And there's plenty on the line here tonight once again.
43.
Yes, 83 left. Oh, he's not going to take it out, but Peter Wright's not on a finish, and he's pretty nicely placed here, Gerwyn Price, for a break of throw in the opening leg. He averaged 101 against Mensur Suljovic. Peter Wright, by contrast, only averaged 89.
1 minute 40.
Peter Wright's very experienced in playing these European Tour final days. Tops. It's his favourite, the Welshman. Down for double 10.
42.
Just missing inside with both darts from Peter Wright. May only get 1 dart himself at the double. It's going to be 2, double 10. Price missed it. Peter Wright misses it as well.
Well. Gerwyn Price, another opportunity for a break. He's split the 5s, so just the 1 dart at the double 2, and he's nudged the wire with that one as well. Nervy, edgy, tense start to proceedings in this second semi-final. But it's Peter Wright who draws first blood by taking out double 5.
Well, you just wonder, a fired up Michael van Gerwen in that semi-final with Jelle Klaassen, producing a very, very strong display. Can, in this relatively brief break between now and the final, can Michael van Gerwen come down from that, compose himself, and get back up to produce that sort of stuff again? Does such a display actually play into the hands of whoever comes through this semi-final? Difficult to argue that it does, bearing in mind Michael van Gerwen is more experienced than anybody on how to get up and down for matches in these final days of Euro Tours as Peter Wright fires in his first maximum.
Well, Gerwyn just has to put the disappointment of not taking that opportunity to break in the first leg behind him, and he's going the right way about it, down to a finish first on his throw, albeit it's a fairly slender advantage he has, with Wright looking to make inroads here. And he too is down to 161. Both players have pulled off big finishes of late, but Gerwyn Price will not be taking out this time.
55.
Just a 55 as well. Could have put a bigger dent in that one. Peter Wright loves a 161. Not going to happen.
Yeah, took out 160 against Christian Kist in his second round match, a match that he struggled to win 6-5. Just dropped 2 legs in against both Bunting and Kim Huybrechts.
Oh, good dart. Tops.
66.
Not quite as deadly on the doubles in the early stages here as maybe he needs to be Gerwyn Price. Peter Wright looking at 71, treble 13. It's there. 2 darts at double 16 for a 2-0 lead. The UK Open champion stares down the green bit. It's not been good to him this weekend, has it?
Yeah, he finds double 7 instead. So Price with a let-off, and this time he does make the most of it, and it's for a holder throw, 16 dart holder throw.
Well, it will be a little bit of a concern for Peter Wright, because double 16 right the way through this weekend has not been as reliable for him as it usually is. And to beat an in-form Gerwyn Price, and then to beat the always in-form Michael van Gerwen, he'll want all parts of his game to be firing on all cylinders. Peter Wright, of course, made 3 Euro Tour finals last year, didn't win any of them.
Will be interesting, won't it, to see how Wright approaches, should he get there, that final against Van Gerwen, having finally ended that run of defeats by the now world number 1.
Yeah, and he was playing superbly at the UK Open qualifiers. I have to say, the level has dropped a little bit since he won that UK Open title, but then again, there was that 4-day spell where Peter Wright was phenomenal. Not only the UK Open finals, but the day before in the Premier League, where he recorded his highest ever TV average, the second highest TV average ever seen, 119.5 in the Premier League. Adrian Lewis walking into an absolute assault from Snakebite.
His first defeat after that UK Open win was by Paul Nicholson as well, who was here this weekend.
145.
Price looking for the 170 that would have left his favourite double top. As it is, he's left himself 65, which is very gettable. Peter Wright, 141. Not going to happen. Chance for Gerwyn Price to break.
And having already missed one opportunity to break, and a good one it was as well, he'll be thinking it's okay, 2-1, but it could be 3-0, but that's slightly unfortunate. Double 4 then. Well, he gets there with the final dart in hand, and he does lead 2-1. For the break, could so easily have broken in the first leg as well, but won't be too disappointed with how this match has panned out so far for him.
95.
Gerwyn Price coming through comfortably in the first match he played. Second round against Krzysztof Ratajski, 6-1 with an average of almost 100. Lost the first leg of that, but bounced back in style. Kevin Painter, 6-4 in the third round earlier today. A 148 checkout in the 10th leg, really
97.
Catching the eye. And then Mensah, in which he took out that 144 and rattled in an average of 101.
And he was very close to taking out the 170 as well.
He was very close to that as well. So there's been lots to write home about so far as his campaign is concerned here this weekend.
And he's left the 170 again, hasn't he?
He certainly has. Daniel.
Well, we've not seen one this weekend. 161's the biggest checkout we've seen. That came from Benito van der Pas.
Require 170.
He doesn't actually need to go for this, but he might.
If he has the momentum behind him, he might well fancy it. No, he's looking elsewhere.
130.
Pragmatic, sensible, boring.
Cautious. But when he takes out double top, it will be just a little nod in your direction there. Unless Peter Wright, having put some pressure on here, just causes Price to be a little bit jittery as he steps up to look at double 20, but right in the top left-hand corner, in it goes. Price consolidates that break and he leads 3-1. He is halfway there to a first European Tour final.
Well, I will grudgingly respect the decision to lay up and set up the shots because he took it out the very next dart.
Just lay it up with a 5-iron. Leave it 8 feet from the pin. That's what you do.
Well, it seems a lot closer than 8 feet with the way that Gerwyn Price hits double top. He is lethal on it.
Gerwyn. I hope Peter didn't see that out of the corner of his eye as he steps up. Well, I don't think he did.
A combative character is Gerwyn Price. Seems to feel that he's playing not only Peter Wright, the world number 3, but 2,500 people singing Peter Wright's name, and he's just basically called him out and said, bring it on.
100.
Sing his name all you like. I think you'll find I'm 3-1 up. Love it. Love this attitude. I do. It's the same approach to playing on stage as he does to social media, Gerwyn Price. Not shy on Twitter, I can assure you of that. Had little fallouts with various players, big name players. Doesn't care.
And not standing on ceremony either here, is he? Down to a finish of 167 on the right throw.
And we said he'd been taking out big finishers at crucial times as well. The 160 of the UK Open quarter-finals against Ian White to win the match. The massive one to win against Kevin Painter. Another big one in the quarter-finals, and maybe a 167 in the semis. Oh, it's a fraction away from the treble 19, but what a setup.
Well, we said it before, the veins in his neck would have been absolutely exploding had that one been taken out, but he's down to double 14. He'd love to bring Mensur in on loan for that one. Peter right here, looking at tops to hold for 3-2, and just giving his supporters something to cling to here. Still has work to do, Peter Wright.
Lesser players than Peter Wright may have buckled under the pressure, with Gerwyn Price giving him a real scare there. Certainly with the match poised as it is, with Wright scrambling to get back to parity. And he's not played his best this weekend at any stage, Peter Wright. At no point has Peter Wright averaged over 100. Not at the end of a game, anyway.
140.
And that is not what Snakebite expects of himself. And he knows that. And he'll firmly believe that it's around the corner, it'll come out sometime, but we've had 5.5 legs of this, 45. And he's not averaging 100 right now.
And that's seen his average tumble as well, 45. Room for at least one more, maybe two.
120.
Well, that takes off the 5, so he's down to ton 40, but that final dart has just...
Well, look, he'd be happy with a ton to leave tops, because Peter Wright is not going to get to a finish.
He couldn't.
100.
Have to play on the old Quattro board with quadruple 20s to get down to a finish from there. But one treble 20. Yeah, that will do very nicely for Gerwyn Price. Peter Wright needs a big one. Needs the biggest of the lot, really, to apply a great deal of pressure. He might get it.
140.
Yeah, shake of the head. Look what it's left him. Anyway, Price is on 40 here, so that may be academic anyway. Right, looking at a very big finish. Should Price slip up? But
shot in the 6th leg.
Well, a 158 checkout would have been a lot to ask of Peter Wright, but Price made it academic anyway.
Filling it up. Yes, he does do, and that is a third maximum for Peter Wright. he is still only averaging in the low 90s. Now compare and contrast with his Welsh opponent, who is averaging 100, as he did against Mensur Suljovic, and looking to fire a maximum straight back. Oh, and that is unfortunate.
123.
Just the one win for Gerwyn Price in his professional career against Peter Wright. 6 times they have met. And as we said, some very significant meetings in there. The one win did give Gerwyn Price his first PDC title. And as a player who's only been playing 3 years in PDC darts,
90.
you don't know you can go and beat everybody and be the best player on the day and with the best players in the world until you actually go and prove it, until you go and do it. You think you can do it, but you've got to show it. And he did do it on that day in Barnsley, beating Peter Wright. The very next Pro Tour, he went and won that as well. He beat Jamie Caven in the final. And he continues to go from strength to strength. And a maximum here.
Wow,
Oh, well, it's a ton 40, but with the way that he's been taking out big finishes, it's just a little tap on the shoulder for Snakebite, that. But he's held his nerve so far. And he holds his nerve again. It's an 11 dart leg from Peter Snakebite Wright.
Going to throw first. Game on.
Fascinating contest. The favourite, the world number 3 and the UK Open champion once again, Gerwyn Price, encourages the chants from the Snakebite fans. But yeah, he's being made to work. He's being made to dig deep, Peter Wright. He was in a battle with Christian Kist in his opening game this weekend, and he only just came through that.
Yeah, he certainly was.
But the average is creeping up, and that is an absolutely wild dart from Gerwyn
Almost
Price.
in the 12s.
Great
135.
What an adjustment from Gerwyn Price.
Superb. Absolutely superb.
There you see. Dodgy opening leg, which could have been won by Gerwyn Price.
134.
Everything else in 5 visits to the board, apart from that 16 darter, which took a 6th, and that 11 darter from Peter Wright. Is that just a sign of things to come? Is he working his way up to mount a challenge to break the Price throw? Price down to a finish. Wright. Ooh, not what he was after.
Nasty. Very nasty
Not
indeed.
going to leave one.
81.
Well, here we go.
Going to require 167.
Important last dart. You'll see.
There's a real hush around here at the moment, and despite that, the crowd have really played their part in this second semi-final. Didn't really have the opportunity to get too involved in the first semi-final. It was over so quickly. Right down to 106, and he's still on 106 as well.
What a horrible time from Peter Wright's point of view for that to bounce out. It looked like it was in the 60 as well. Gerwyn Price, 1 dart at tops for a 5-3 lead.
34.
He misses it, but Peter Wright may not get a dart. He's only going to get 1 maximum. An extra 20 points, he would have potentially had 2. An extra 60, guaranteed 2. Can he find the treble he needs?
Yeah, ooh, sorry. Carry away there.
He cannot.
58.
No, he cannot. And Gerwyn Price, you don't want to give this man 3 darts at tops.
But that's what he's got. Just outside the wire, double 10, another dart in hand, and he's just inside with the second attempt. And Peter Wright here will not want to look this gift horse in the mouth by any stretch. 16 for double. Double 8. Well. What's his heart rate at the moment? My word.
2,500 people here in Germany holding their breaths once again. Double 16 not working for Peter Wright, but double 8 coming to his rescue. We have a level game, and the world number 3 goes back as the favourite to win this semi-final and set up a shootout for the title with Michael van Gerwen in the final. But he's only kicked off 60. This is not over just yet. Gerwyn Price missed 4 darts for a 5-3 lead. That may have been his chance. Can he fashion another one?
Gerwyn Price winning 3 of the first 4 legs. Wright has won 3 of the last 4. we're level pegging, and Gerwyn Price is not goading the crowd at this particular stage of the match. It's a best of 3 encounter now. Missed starts at double 20 and double 10 for a 5-3 lead. It would have been a very, very different 9th leg had he taken one of those opportunities. He didn't.
It's a good response from the Welshman, though, isn't it? Back-to-back ton 40s. Rubbish, he says. And Price has stolen the darts. It's level pegging. 220 versus 221. Price with the throw now, though.
Needs one. Really could have done with one there. Okay. Down to a finish first on the right throw, but it could have been, and perhaps should have been, more than that.
What a time for a 4th maximum to leave tops, though. What a time. Oh, Peter Wright. Well, he's left 80. Should give him a dart for the leg, maybe 2.
Yeah, you'd rather be in Wright's shoes right now, but you never know. You never know. Would you believe it? Bullseye for Price.
114.
And in the end, he hit the 3.
I thought it was happening. I genuinely thought he was pulling out another stupendously large finish just when he needed it, but there's no guarantee that Wright wins this leg. He's only going to get 1 dart. He doesn't move.
40.
And it's high, and Price to break back immediately. 7. Oh, he's hit the 19. Well, that's not what he was after. It's not the end of the world, because that leaves him double 14. But he would much prefer to have 2 darts at double top. Turns around, composes himself, looks at the double 14. Just outside, alongside it is where he needs to be. And that is not what he was after. 4 darts missed in the last leg, 3 darts missed in this one. And Gerwyn Price, he did fashion the opportunity, but he was unable to take it. Wow. And Peter Wright now is 1 leg away.
Absolutely astonishing sequence of events there. Wright missing dart at tops, and then
57.
on astonishing visit by Price, where he had to go to double 14, having hit the 19 when on 47. It just knocks him off his stride completely.
I think he was probably already thinking about those darts for the leg, did not take the required attention to hit the fat 7. And all right, he still got 2 darts for the leg, but it wasn't the double he was after, and it just kind of threw him, you felt. The first dart was well thrown, the second one at double 14, really not close in darts terms, but Gerwyn Price, he is not out of it just yet.
But Wright has won 4 of the last 5 legs. He
99.
is certainly in a much better position now, and he's got that impetus behind him. But Gerwyn Price is capable of responding in kind here. That final dart.
Well, Peter Wright
make all the difference here. But
yeah, he's not going to leave a finish here, Peter Wright.
But he can just get himself back into the frame if he can find another treble, but he can't. So you'd fancy Price to finish it from here.
He's certainly got the advantage.
The way he's been just wobbling, and the doubts are there now. A shaky visit again.
Ton 40 leaves him Shanghai, ton 80 leaves him 80. Oh, he needs to stay straight, man. Well, rescued with the final dart. Treble 19 would leave tops. And he's not going to get it, so Peter Wright, what a way to seal your place in the final this would be. A little bit of hope given by Price missing the big number with that last dart. He'll start on the bullseye, the UK Open champion. He'll look at treble 20 to leave him the bullseye for a showpiece finish and a place in the final.
It was too much to ask. It was too much to ask.
74.
And Price breathes again here. 16 for tops to take us into a decider. And there it is. Gerwyn Price is still alive. There is still a pulse. And we are into an 11th leg. Brilliant, brilliant drama here in Hildesheim.
You've got to admire the bottle of Gerwyn Price. It had to go. He had 1 dart at it, and it went. You can have your 160s, you can have your 144s and your 148s. That checkout of 74 from Gerwyn Price was proper iron ring stuff. Now, can he follow it up? Can he follow it up with a maximum? Well, just drifting in.
Not for the first time today
either. Single one, yeah.
Bit of a let-off again there for Peter Wright. Okay. Well, could do with a big visit here, but he's not going to have a substantial one. It's just a turn, and that keeps Price very much involved here. Strays again, this time over to the 5s, but he recovers well.
25.
It is absolutely on a knife edge, this.
Well, they may have been singing Peter Wright's name at the start of this match, but there's ripples of applause for Gerwyn Price's darts, and it's just the tension. It's just gone quiet. It is anybody's game, and that's only 60, and Gerwyn Price has the advantage once more. He may look at the 19s here. Well, he stays on the 20s, and he's hitting them, so why not?
137.
Potential 12-dart leg coming in from Gerwyn Price in the decider to try and break the throw and book his place in a first Euro Tour final of his career, to record just a second career victory over Peter Snakebite Wright, and set up a final with Michael van Gerwen. Wright his way back on 141. Can Gerwyn Price finish it off here? No, he can't.
Really thought it was all set up just exquisitely for him, didn't we? But, well,
42.
Here we go.
Peter Wright took this out in the deciding leg to beat Michael van Gerwen in Japan once. It was incredible. Oh, it was in Phil Taylor. It doesn't matter, it was one of them. It was an incredible shot in the final leg in Japan. And he may do it. Oh, Price should get a match start.
89. Gerwyn requires 76.
Here we go, Gerwyn Price. 56 away. Tops he wants for a place in a Euro Tour final for the very first time in his career, and he is a long way off. He is an absolute, well, he's in a different postcode almost there.
52.
Both men have missed match darts. It's been a thrilling, tense, breathless encounter. But Peter Wright, double 16, it's not been his favourite this weekend. But he's got to hit it now. And he does! Peter Wright, the world number 3. There will be no revenge for Gerwyn Price. The man who beat him in the UK Open final beats him once more and denies him a place in a first Euro Tour final. Huge relief for Snakebite, who quite frankly has sleepwalked his way through to the final here. He has not produced his best, but he's got an opportunity to do so in the final. He will take on Michael van Gerwen, the world number 3 versus the world number 1. So many times we've seen them in European Tour finals. Can Peter Wright finally get one over on Mighty Mike and win the opening European Tour event of 2017? Wright makes his way off stage to go and try and steel himself for the battle to come. Gerwyn Price, what a performance this weekend. We will have MVG and Peter Wright after a brief break for the climax of the Happy Bet German Darts Championship as they face off for the title and £25,000.
Und wir haben also das Finale zwischen der 1 und der 2 der Setzliste, zwischen der 1 und der 3 der Welt, zwischen Michael van Gerwen und Peter Wright. Sie haben schon 54 Mal gegeneinander gespielt. 44 Mal hieß der Sieger Michael van Gerwen. Es waren 8 Finals dabei, unter anderem ja das WM-Finale von 2014. Es waren 2 UK Open-Finals dabei. Es waren noch andere TV-Finals mit dabei. Alle 8 hat van Gerwen gewonnen. Letzter Sieg von Peter Wright ist aus dem Februar dieses Jahres. UK Open Qualifier, da war es ein 6-4-Sieg für ihn. Vielleicht ja ein wichtiges Ergebnis, aber Peter Wright wird die nächsten 20 Minuten jetzt erstmal brauchen, um runterzukommen. Der war ja den Tränen nahe hier gerade. Also, bis zum Finale gibt es eine Pause von 20 Minuten und dann erleben wir dieses großartige Finale zwischen den beiden Topgesetzten MVG und Snakebite. Bis gleich.